You love kebabs.
It's my favorite. Absolute favorite.
Oh, absolutely. Kebabs are always my favorite.
Absolutely. I'm always looking for Jack Doyle.
Not any kebabs. They're like
You cannot say absolutely around me. It's a fucking addiction. It's a problem.
It's becoming more of a part of my daily vocabulary now. I never used to say absolutely like that.
Well, I hear it like randomly, and like I want to just like chime in and like scream at someone's face like, when they say absolutely in a conversation. I'd be like, "What? Absolutely!"
Sounds like a
Where'd you go?
yes. That's right.
Hit you with the old school.
Yeah, let's make some money.
All right, let's make some money.
We're here to make some money.
Recap. Last week we both we went 1-1 in our two bets. First one was Bills. We had Bills. They destroyed. And then we both had the fucking Saints. -5.5. They won the game. That one hurt. They should have won by more. But whatever. So right now, this year to date, you're 3-3. I'm 4-2.
Nice.
Not a great start, but didn't kill us.
Yeah, fucking Cowboys.
A couple close
Cowboys
losses.
killed me.
Our wins we destroyed, right? Like my Joe Burrow rushing yards 5.5.
Yeah,
45.
yeah. That was I'm pissed I didn't bet. That was the easiest bet all week. We both you were on the Giants and you went off them, right?
I was sucks because I did two bets in the Giants. It was -2.5 and -6.5 with good odds, like small bets, like $6 to win, and they obviously won by 2. So I was on the right side of that, but just the wrong bet. That's the problem with doing those, right? Like sometimes occasionally games do get decided by 1 or 2 points.
Right side, wrong number.
Yes, sir. All right, so week 2.
Yes, sir.
Betting props. Fave 5 for you.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a different one because we just did our preview, right? And we didn't like a lot of the games. The lines are janky. They're big.
None of them, like, was there one where you're like, I'm going to bet this definitively?
No. The only one, like I said, was the Jets and Browns game.
Yeah, there's a few where I'm like, I want to see how the line moves the next couple days, how the injuries play out and all that. So,
and I'm usually the prop guy.
Yes.
I think I went 2-0 on my props last week. I do way better on my props than my games. You're more of a game guy.
I think so.
We're both going all props this week. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah. I went through. So I went through and I went to every single game. And I looked at the line and I looked at the total, picked that, and I went in and looked at every single prop.
Yeah.
Except for the touchdown scores, because I'm not going to do that for this. But so I went through and I had probably 15 choices. I narrowed it down to 6, and the most recent one I had.
6? You want to do 6? We'll both do 6.
Well, no, because I'm not definitive about it. Because I don't. That's why I took it off. I'll probably bet it's the Giants -2.
That's your 6, not a problem.
Yeah, so now it's all like that was the one outlier in terms of.
Well, I'm gonna bring you. I'll bring up my 6 prop bet I have here. Maybe we can agree on it, and if not, whatever.
Sure,
all right, so we'll go through here. My first one. I'm gonna go through my first one here. Yeah. Rob squared. Let's go. Week 2. We're excited. It's gonna be fun. Prosperous.
This will be very interesting because we don't know. It'll be very interesting if we have the same.
Yeah,
prop.
we have no idea what our props are.
We have the same prop. I think we have to double our to it.
For sure. Double our to it. Yeah, we're not prop guys. All right.
Me too.
Well, I'm a prop guy. I'm a prop comic. I'm like a Carrot Head or Carrot Top. Whatever. All right, first one.
Whatever.
First one here. David Njoku. Rough week last week.
Don't have that.
The motherfucker played 90-something% of the snaps on the field every play. Somehow Harrison Bryant had 4 targets, 2 catches, and 20 yards. Njoku had 1 for 7.
Yeah.
His number for receiving yards is 19.5. I like that. I'm going over.
Okay.
So easy money, dude.
That's a noon game, right?
Yeah, he's gonna have like 5 for 60. So and a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't have anything in that game, but my first noon. So I have 3 noons, a 3 p.m. and then Sunday Night Football.
I didn't do that in order, but go on.
Yeah, but so my first one, RB1 Swift, is at 60.5 rushing yards. I love that.
Yeah.
So I think he's RB1 on the year. He's probably gonna average over 100. All-purpose yards.
Yeah, probably 70-something game.
Yeah, he got sniped quite a bit from Jamal Williams. There's injury concerns right now. He does have an ankle. He hasn't practiced for a couple days. He practiced limited today, I believe.
Partially why the numbers probably so low.
Either way.
He's fine. He's their whole team, man. They're managing him.
16.5, they're playing Washington. And I believe James Robinson, ETN, had some pretty good runs against them. So they're beatable. So
okay, next one for me, also new game here, DJ Moore.
Nice.
56.5. It has gone up, I think, to 58.5, but when I bet it, I'm going to go on that number.
Yeah.
56.5 receiving yards against Giants, dude. He's going to fucking have 90.
He was one of my.
Easy money there, baby. What did he have last week? 30, 35 or something. Robbie Anderson at 100. So
yeah, no,
yeah, give me that.
I like that.
Give me that, baby.
So then I have two quarterbacks for my next two.
Ooh.
First quarterback is
give me both. Give me both.
All right, I'll do. First one's Mac Jones, over 209 passing yards, 209.5. I was a big Mac guy early in the offseason. They've had some struggles, obviously, in the preseason, and then week one they didn't look too good. He still beat that number though. Now I just think they're going against a little bit worse of a defense in Pittsburgh, just with T.J. Watt out. He beats this number. I'm going to say 5. It's a pretty sure bet for me, obviously.
I like that.
209.
Okay. All right. My next one here. You're going to like this. Terry McLaurin. Rough game last week. He had one deep. I think he had 2 for 51 or whatever it was. It's 57.5 is his receiving number. I mean, come on, man. Against the Lions, dude. We just saw A.J. Brown have 10 for fucking 150.
I really hope these, because those are 2 of my PPs. So
yeah.
those 2 guys.
Well, those are low numbers, man. They should be in the 70s. In my mind.
So
when I see that and buying low, this is the trend I'm having to all my guys here. Njoku, all these first 3 are all guys I'm buying low on based on where I was drafting them, based on where they were drafted, based on their talent, based on everything, man. These guys should all be 20 yards higher. Yeah. And 57.5, you can get that in 1 catch. I expect him to have 6 catches. I expect him to have 90 yards. I expect him to have a touchdown. Regardless of that, easy money, 57.5.
Yeah, I like your philosophy. With Swift, it's obviously not buying low.
No, but that's
I feel
low
the number is very, very low.
Right.
And then with Mac, I feel like I am buying a little bit low.
You are. All right, what's your fourth one?
This actually my third one is Winston.
Oh, quarterback, yeah.
Winston's over 1.5 passing touchdowns.
All right.
2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
We just watched the highlights. I know he didn't turn it on until the 4th, but he looked really good in the 4th. I think that was the confidence boost they needed. They started off a little rusty, empty, playing for the first time. So they're playing the Bucks. They're going to need a win. Bucks run defense I don't want to mess with, especially if Kamara is hurt. Yeah. If he misses it, then the 2 touchdowns seems pretty good.
All right, give me your fourth. Give me another one. I'm curious if we have the same one here. I don't want to say
so I have a 3 p.m. It's Jeff Wilson, over 64.5 rushing and receiving yards.
Okay.
I think, starter.
Right.
Until he's not. And I was going to do over, I think it was like 48 rushing yards or something like that, but then I saw this one at 64.5.
1 catch can get you that
exactly.
Extra. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I thought you'd have this one, and you might still. Over 93.5 Nick Chubb rushing and receiving yards.
I did see that.
And, his rushing is at like 84. But, like, for me, I just feel like Nick Chubb's capable of having 1 catch for 20 yards.
Yeah.
93, he's going to get that rushing, get the extra in case he has a long reception, which they should pass the ball to him. Yeah. 93.5 against Jets. Bro, this might be the easiest money I've ever seen.
Yeah.
There's no way he doesn't get that.
Yeah.
So
I saw that. That was
I don't know how you don't have that.
That was a contender for me.
What do you got for your fifth?
Then my Sunday night football game, it's Monty over 17.5 receiving yards.
Mm-hmm.
He had 26 last game. And I look back, he's beaten that number, I think 7 out of the last 8 games.
Ooh.
Not 8 out of the last 9 games.
Deep dive. See, that's why
I just looked at the schedule because I looked up what he had last week. I'm like, why is this so low? And then I looked back to last year. I think there was 1 game. So you had 2 games in a row, then missed it, and they hit 5 or 6 games in a row. So
man does his research over
Caps. The number wasn't up for some reason because they had his rushing at 44 and then they had his receiving at 17.
Mm-hmm.
I would take the rushing receiving at 62 or whatever.
I like that better too. I like to combine them because especially with these guys, like Chubb's weird, but they're saying he's gonna have 8 receiving yards.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take the risk with that because he's gonna get that rushing, but in case he does have 2 for 50 and then only 75 rushing.
Yeah.
All right, this is my bet of the week. This is a guarantee. This is a R1 special here. Trey Lance, 38.5 rushing yards.
Yeah.
Easiest money in the world. I hear you said there's weather. Excellently helps my case.
That's what they say.
And just so you know, what I also am doing, just to hedge this a little bit, and I think they both will win, is his passing is 197.
Okay.
I'm putting a little sprinkle in the passing. In case he misses, if he misses the rushing, he's definitely getting the passing, or he's getting benched.
Sure.
So, I mean, it's, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he sucks. He probably does suck. 38.5 is really low. He had 54 last week in a monsoon.
Yeah. The one thing we can agree on is he's able to run.
He's definitely going to run. He had 13 rushing attempts, and he's going to have 10 every week. Can he average 3.8 yards a carry? I believe he can.
Yeah. So my favorite bet will probably be...
That's your 5. That's my 5. Can I give you my bonus one? And if we agree on it, we can both take it?
Sure.
It's Michael Thomas.
was it 55?
53 and a half.
53. I mean that because I was leaning for my favorite bet to be Winston over 1.5 touchdowns.
We don't have to take it. I bet it. I mean, I didn't put as much on it as I put the other ones. If we're gonna make it a special, I will throw the extra money on it. But I feel like
no. Let's do with our best.
It's just a special. It's just it's a bonus. Don't count it on my record. Yeah. I'm very confident in it, but I'm more confident in the other ones.
Same with the Giants.
The only one I'm really questionable about is Njoku, but I feel like that could be like he can get that in one catch. It's the same thing as he's like Joe Burrow, 5.5 rushing.
Yeah.
He's on the field every play. Yeah. He's really good. He is their second or third option. Apparently, Peoples Jones is their number one, but I feel like Njoku.
No, I like it. I like it.
All right, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna run.
Let's
run down real quick. I got Swift over 60.5 rushing. Mac Jones over 209.5 passing. Winston over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Jeff Wilson Jr. over 64.5 rushing and receiving yards. And then Monty over 17.5 receiving yards.
All right, I got Njoku 19.5 over receiving yards there. Terry McLaurin 57.5 over that. Right along the same page here, I have DJ Moore 56.5. Those are both easy money. I have Nick Chubb 93.5 rushing and receiving yards. That might be the easiest money. And then obviously my R1 special, my bet, my lock of the week here, Trey Lance 38.5 rushing yards. He's gonna have 75 rushing yards.
I might have to bet that.
It's better, and it's moving up. The thing is, I didn't mention it's minus 130. That sucks. And if it goes to 41 at even odds, I might sprinkle some more on that because I feel very confident. Yeah. So, all right, man. Rob Squared. We'll see you next week, right? After we win a bunch of money, and I'm going to go 22.
We might have to do an emergency something.
We will.
Maybe.
An epidectomy?
Hopefully not.
All right, Rob Squared.
And it's been a complete joy.